My name's Matthew F. Morris. I think my interest in music developed at a very early age because I lived in a house where there was a lot of music all the time. I think it's just got this ability to convey so much, and it can change and alter a mood almost instantly. Initially, when the first one was recorded, the plan had been to try and do a follow-up album. It can't be denied that there's a time difference between when Unspecifications was made and Specifications is being recorded. And inevitably we change, we hope that we become wiser, but one thing we can guarantee is that we've changed. Some of the material is quite recent. Some of the compositions are nearly 30 years old. It felt important to me to actually try and commit them to a studio recording. They've been lived in a bit. They're pieces and compositions that have been with me over most of my life, and certainly all of my professional playing life. The album's going to have a peak in the middle and sort of mirror images of the track listing on either side of the peak. So the first and last tracks are going to be solos on the alto clarinet, a track called 13th, which I recorded here with the help of Robert Perry about 15 years ago. But it was actually an improvisation, but it felt like it held well together as a composition. The second track's going to be a piece called Returning, which is based on a piece I wrote originally as Cathy's Return, which was dedicated to my younger sister. The third track, that'll be myself and Robert Perry, playing various different instruments, which we will record here. And then after that, we've got a piece called Some Other Places, which I wrote inspired by travelling. I wrote that in 1994, with much more travelling on the horizon. In the centre, there's the song called Once Again, which I wrote about 15 years ago. After the song is a piece called Impulse, in reference to impulse buying, because the original title of the track is I Wouldn't Buy That Chair. That was my sister's idea, that one. The penultimate track is going to be called The Other Thesis, which is a track I wrote in 1994. And it's actually a 12-bar blues, but it's built entirely using these intervals of fourths. And the closing track, which is also solo alto clarinet, is a composition that Robert Perry wrote called Morning Grey, which I used the bare bones for to improvise. I'm very fond of all of them. I think if I wound up having a favourite, it would make it difficult to approach the other tracks and make them work as well.